Why is this? Wait. Wait a minute. Oh. Oh, geez. Oh, hello. Yes, Hey guys, Alex from 7th Hour Films back again with... What are we watching? Doctor Who. Oh. Oh. It's Christmas. It's not. Oh. It was Christmas. Yeah, so... Guess we have a little holdover left from Christmas, which is why the Christmas tablecloth has magically materialized here. That's totally it. Yeah, so it's New Year's Day when I'm recording this, and I guess a week ago they put out a new Doctor Who episode. So, last time on Doctor Who, we had the Giggle, where the Doctor encountered the Celestial Toymaker, although they really just called him the Toymaker. It's neither here nor there. Anywho, he encountered the Toymaker again after many, many years. And it was interesting. They played a lot of games. And eventually, the Toymaker shot the Doctor with a big unit laser thing. And it caused the Doctor to bigenerate. So the 15th Doctor split from the 14th Doctor. And from my understanding, the prevailing theory that may or may not be confirmed, who knows? I know RTD says a lot of stuff between episodes, but the prevailing theory is that eventually the 14th Doctor will get to the point of regeneration again, at which point he will this, and then that will go back to that point in time as the 15th Doctor and split apart. If that makes any sense. It's Doctor Who. Just, it works. Like King Crimson, it works, alright? Anyway. So yeah. But now we have a Christmas special. The first Christmas special since Twice Upon a Time. Well, boy, it's been a while, hasn't it? And you know what? As much as I will defend the Chris Chibnall era of Doctor Who, and I will defend it when it deserves it, that is not one thing I will defend about that, though. I think it is absolutely stupid that era did not have Christmas specials, but instead had the New Year's specials. That's just the stupidest thing ever, because, like, I kind of get, like, if you don't want to write a Christmas special, well, hire another writer. They can do it. But come on, it's Doctor Who, you know? This was a thing we established every single year. We have a Christmas special. Moffat went out of his way to make sure you kept the Christmas special, you know? I don't know. But screw it. We're back. And we have the 15th Doctor, and hopefully he's going to put on some pants. Although, I mean, he's a handsome man. I guess no one's going to complain if he doesn't put on pants. So, anyway, it's New Year's Day. I don't know. I don't think anyone was expecting me to get this out during the Christmas holiday because, I mean, it's Christmas. I took a break. I took a break from recording videos for over a week, like a week and a half. By God, it felt nice. It felt nice to do that. But anyway, so yeah. I guess there's no more preamble we can do on this. We have a brand new Doctor. For real this time, a brand new Doctor. In other news, I watched Barbie, so I've seen more of Ncuti Gatwa. It was weird because he had an American accent. He didn't have that many lines in Barbie, but he had an American accent, and it was weird. Also, Barbie was great. Also, Oppenheimer is great. We did the double feature of that here at home for the Christmas holiday. That was fun. Always be sure you do Oppenheimer first, then you can relax with Barbie. So, granted, Visions of Death Barbie is a little too... It's almost more relatable than Oppenheimer. Anywho. Doctor Who, it's Christmas, let's get going. I got nothing else to say. I'm going to drink some caffeine, and then we're going to get going. So let's go. Merry Christmas.
Once upon a time, late on Christmas Eve, a stranger came to the church on Ruby Road.
Oh my god.
She carried in her arms
There's
the most
so
precious
much Christmas,
gift
I
of
love
all.
it.
As for the mother, she was never seen again. No one ever knew her name. Until that night, a time traveler came to call.
Meh.
A traveler known as the Doctor.
Let's go. Oh good, I get to just keep all of this. You know, there's a part of me that wishes he had his own, like, title sequence and stuff. They're keeping the logo, too. I wish he had his own title sequence and stuff, but to be fair, Tennant had to inherit all of his stuff anyway.
That's how I got my name. Ruby. Named after Ruby Road.
December
It was
1st,
found
2023.
almost 19 years ago.
So you were a foundling, and you were fostered by Carla, who then went on
Well, this
to
isn't The
Doctor Who, right?
Mandalorian.
Yeah, and she's...
Or someone in your family. But Ruby, we can't work miracles. And even if we do
Oh,
make
okay,
contact,
it's not the giggle, it's something
they
else.
might not want to be
December 22nd, 2023. Oh, there he is. That's a hat and a half, man.
One touch to free me from falling down on my
Oh. Good grief, man. Well, he's still got his style. I'll give him that. Maybe and then some. Man, look at the outfits this dude has. I like it. Are they gremlins? What's happening? Oh no. Oh! Oh, that hit him? Uh-oh.
You alright?
A pram? At midnight. Really?
It's my shopping.
Then why is it in a pram?
She's gonna say yes. Who is your girlfriend when you ask her to marry you on Christmas Day?
Duh.
How do you know that? It's my sonic screwdriver just went ping.
That's a screwdriver.
Which is sonic.
Is
That
it?
precise ping is detecting a 2-carat diamond in your pocket.
But how do you know she'll say yes?
Because the sales start on Tuesday and you just couldn't wait. And that's why she loves you.
Nah.
Merry Christmas.
Aw. Yeah, good for him.
We're having a baby!
No way, you kidding?
Hey.
I bet this one's all Christmassy, like Noel or Eve
Oh, holy.
or Carol. She's called Lulu Bell.
A terrible name.
Eh,
Absolutely terrible name.
well,
Awful.
Lulu for short. Lulu's fine.
I like to take a snap.
Can you still get filmed for those?
You wait long enough, they're fashionable again.
Meh.
Smile! There you go. Welcome to the family, Lulu.
Yeah, Lulu.
Sounds
That's a
nice.
lot of pictures.
It's not good news, I'm afraid. I'm so sorry. I know it's your birthday,
We'll
but
call tomorrow.
there is no trace of your mum or dad.
No.
I'm sorry. It happens sometimes.
No, that's fine.
That's interesting in this day and age.
Thanks, but
Ruby, have you been having any bad luck recently? What do you mean?
Oh, jeez.
Bad luck. Ever since that day, it's never stopped.
Get away from the tree!
I've even been trampled by a moose.
Jeez.
And I can't help
There are
thinking
moose in England?
it all comes back to when I met you.
Yeah, make her feel like more shit.
I'm terrified.
Oh god.
Sooner or later, there's going to be an accident I can't avoid. And next time...
Oh god!
Davina?
She's dead. That was like something on a violent night. Good lord. You bring go! Now! Ugh. Ugh. They are little gremlins.
Did you give me back my baby?
Climb! I mean, I get it. I'm afraid of heights, so I couldn't do it, but, like, yeah.
What the hell are you doing?
There he is.
Well, what did you do that for? Who sees a ladder and just hops on? A ladder in the sky, and you thought, yeah, I'll give that a go, babe. That baby!
What? Jeez! He's so athletic.
Got a kind of super kinetic transfer of mass.
What?
That's better.
Oh, okay. They can just hang on easier.
All the weight is in the glove. So nothing burns, nothing pulls, nothing hurts. Ta-da!
Whoop!
I'm lightweight.
Oh, so this is how Superman does it in the movie.
Where? What's up there?
Goblins. Do you know why they call them goblins? Because they like to gobble you up.
Oh god.
It's not one gobble up the baby.
Oh no! Oh god, that's a ship. Not like a spaceship.
And is your birthday on the same day?
Yeah, but it doesn't mean anything. It's just a coincidence.
Learn
Yeah.
the language. That's why they went after Lulubelle. Coincidence is what makes the baby tasty. That's how these things work. We're circling back to your flat. The pattern is closing. We better hurry up.
Yes, well, if you gave me a hand.
I am learning the vocabulary of rope. This stuff
What does that
is the
mean?
version of why trip the right switch.
Well, you can speak rude.
Good job.
Is that a band?
They got a band too. How big is the ship? Oh god. It's a whole show.
Baby blood and baby bones. Baby butter for the baby's gold.
Well.
Little baby feet, little baby toes.
No, it's not. What do we do?
I mean, it's not, but it's really catchy. This has no right to be this catchy.
I wonder whose ship this is.
He's the Goblin King, yes, the Goblin King.
The Goblin King.
He's an actual thing. Here's the king,
Oh god.
king. Here's the king.
Oh, he's a big boy.
Oh, little baby,
Oh, it's just gonna jump down. Alright. Talk to them. It's what you do.
Why stop singing?
Eh.
Comes the Goblin King, oh the Goblin King.
Oh my god.
It's so good to meet you, you great big name.
I'm 50 miles up in the sky. The goblins you can go to hell, 'cause you're not eating little Bell.
Ooh, good.
And rules, we got just one hope. The master knot has been undone. That's when we start having fun.
Latch onto him.
Hold on tight.
We got you.
If you reverse intelligent gloves, you get heavy.
Oh. Oh, they're gonna fall.
We three queens of the sky are here in the attic.
And your name is Cherry.
It is
Cherry Sunday.
like a tasty treat.
Yes. I'll see you later, Cherry, okay?
Oh my god. I mean, we thought the doctor had Riz. He is just Riz overload.
You've got the biggest family in the world.
I have.
What about you?
I've got no one.
Yeah.
Make sure the oven's off, yeah?
Well, he had a family, then he didn't have a family, then he had a lot of companions, then he didn't. Then he had a family, then he didn't now.
This is the doctor.
Hello.
There's nothing wrong, is there? Is she alright, the baby?
Eh,
No, she's fine.
everything is fine.
They phoned from the TV show when you were out this morning.
Well,
They didn't find anything. Just no mom, nothing.
eh.
because I don't know if I could make room. Because you're all mine. That's
Aww.
what you are.
You know the questions are running through the doctor's head.
Yes, she is.
I was counting when I was out. Lulubelle is the 33rd child I've fostered.
Damn.
And you made my life. You absolutely made my life. You can wonder about your parents, but I wonder who I'd be without you.
I can't take all of this sappiness right now.
Yeah.
Eh.
Yeah, I only found out recently.
Aww.
Coincidence.
Oh, don't be saying that.
So, do you know who your parents are?
No,
Eh.
no, I was abandoned.
Family, just like Ruby.
Oh, that's, yeah, technically that's true.
What coincidence, okay?
Oh no, it'll lead them here.
She's so gorgeous. Don't you just want to eat her up?
Oh, and that's a coincidence.
No, the house.
Cherry, all good?
One cup of tea, Marcella, just one.
Thank you, Cherry, thank you.
Okay. Good there.
Oh, good Lulubelle.
Hello, the bell.
What the hell was that?
Wait,
Look at the ceiling! And the window!
where's Ruby?
I'm gonna freeze! Now tell me, what the hell just happened?
Maybe we should sit you down and tell you a Christmas story. Huh? What'd you think, Ruby?
You idiot, where's Ruby?
I'm looking for your daughter.
Don't be daft, Lulu's not my daughter. I'm fostering her, just for a couple of days.
No. I mean your daughter, Ruby.
Who's Ruby?
Oh no. They changed time, they didn't just take her.
There is no beginning at this home. We were never so blessed.
Oh no. Life is so much worse without her.
This brat arrives ruining my holiday. I was looking forward to it. Christmas Day, Mum's asleep by 3. And I'll be all on my own. Why would I want a daughter when I'm happy as I am?
Yeah, you sound like it.
And why are you crying?
Why are you... he's crying too. Eh. Okay. And that's from the first step, from the beginning of the episode. Oh! He didn't have the glove either. But this time he has both. Oh! He's not even... Yeah, he's pulling the ship down. That's awesome. The drooling fucks. Oh! Gonna jump and drag it down. Oh, is this guy gonna get skewered? Oh! Oh! Jeez! They have destroyed the whole thing. Uh-oh. Good catch. 10 points. Damn. Get the fuck out of there. He remember. Well, that's what he's thinking of now. I love that they keep going with that. Boy, she's really getting a kick out of this. Oh! Go save her life.
You saved my life.
Merry Christmas, Davina McCall.
I love his smile. It's just so great.
You look like you've lost a pound and found a sixpence. What's wrong?
Just wondering. Maybe I'm the bad luck.
Nah, you make sure they don't die of bad luck.
Who the hell is he?
Better go. Merry Christmas.
Who are you anyway?
No one. Just passing by.
Well, you take care.
Where did he come from? What was he even in?
Where did he go? Where did he come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
And then he was gone. Like, how?
Like the fact that he's gone right now.
He said I was taken as a baby. Isn't that what he said just now?
I don't know, he's crazy.
He went back. He said he went back. What did he mean he went? When was Houdini?
What?
When was Houdini? Houdini was like 19.
Wow, she's figuring it out. Oh, the TARDIS opened the door. TARDIS is like, alright, come on, get your new girl. Duh. Go around.
Good luck, Ruby.
Boy, Mrs. Flood is very perceptive. I don't know, maybe she is Ruby in the future. That'd be some shit.
Who are you?
I'm the doctor.
Spring 2024, let's go! Oh god, it had a Disney Plus ad too.
Oh, Merry Christmas, Abdul. Stop making such a fuss. Never seen a TARDIS before.
Oh. Alrighty. Well, the Disney Plus ad was weird, but that was good. Alrighty. A Christmas special. Christmas is back! And Christmas is over, but Christmas is back. We'll get another one next year. Or this year. You know what I mean. Okay. Wow, you know, what a good jumping on point, actually. I'm so glad that is such a jumping on point. Despite the fact that we just had 3 episodes, you know? We just had 3 episodes that kind of, pretty much lead into this episode just on seeing the Doctor's bi-generation into this version, you know? But honestly, yeah, if you wanted to, I would say, hey, this is the place to start now, you know? I mean, the answer will always still be, for me, it'll always be start at Rose, you know? Start with Christopher Eccleston and the Ninth Doctor. And I'll always say that, but I am also slightly biased because that's where I started, you know? And I know a lot of people will also say, well, you could easily start at the 11th hour. And the 11th hour is a really good place to start, you know? But there is stuff... See, I feel like there's stuff with Series 5 where it's like, you do kind of need to know the first 4 seasons, you know? So, I don't know. But that's a good place. I would still say that the Ninth Doctor is the best place to start. But here, this might be the new best place. So, I don't know. Because the most you like... Because you don't need the context of the bi-generation. That's just a bonus, honestly. But, like, the biggest like reference to past events really is the Timeless Child, which I love. I love that still weighs on his mind, you know? Even though last episode, they do mention that, you know, the 15th Doctor is good. Like, he kind of has gotten over a lot of his angst because the 14th Doctor worked on that, you know? And I like that idea, you know? I really enjoy that idea. That it's like, yeah, a lot of the, you know, angst or, you know, issues he's had over all of his lives have gone away. But it's the one thing he still cannot overcome is the Timeless Child. And I love that, namely because it pisses someone off, you know? It pisses someone off, and that's hilarious, you know? That's just me from an asshole perspective, that I'm like, ooh, we get to make people mad that the Timeless Child is still canon, you know? Because, I mean, it is something he has to consider, you know, where we've never really heard much about his family, you know? We've never heard much about the Doctor's family from before, you know, he started traveling with Susan and Ian and Barbara. The most we heard was he had a granddaughter. He had Susan. And the presumption is he always, you know, the presumption is he had a family, you know? He had a family, he had a wife, he had a child. That child eventually had Susan. He had parents, you know? Like, but we don't hear much about that. But now we have to contextualize it with, okay, if he did have just, you know, a regular family, although I think at one point, like, the 13th Doctor said that the Doctor had, like, 7 grandmothers, so I guess that's one thing. But now he has to recontextualize that thousands of years later to realize he was adopted. He was adopted by those Time Lords, you know? He's exactly like... honestly, he is exactly like Ruby. That he was left, instead of, you know, being left at a church, he was just left in a dimension. He was fostered by Tecteun, which Tecteun, not as good. Not as good as Carla. Well, I think we can all easily say that. And then eventually, once they use the Chameleon arc to turn the Timeless Child into a Gallifreyan, you know, a Time Lord with a limited number of regenerations, then that child became the nameless Time Lord, who eventually grew up to become the Doctor, the first Doctor, so... Criminy, that's a lot to think about, and I know half the fans don't even want to think about that, but... well, that's where we are in life. That's where we are. So that's crazy. But, enough about the Timeless Child. Let's talk about the rest of the episode. That was a good episode. That was honestly a very good episode. And, you know, it's funny, because just 2 days ago... I know this video is going to go out first, but... just 2 days ago, for our classic reactions, we recorded The Twin Dilemma, which was the first episode of the 6th Doctor. Ugh. And in the discussion of that episode, we compared the episode to all the previous first episodes for each Doctor, which is An Unearthly Child, Power of the Daleks, Spearhead from Space, Robot, Castrovalva, and then the Twin Dilemma. And obviously we haven't gotten to the 7th Doctor yet, and we'll do that once we get to the 7th Doctor's first episode. And we'll probably do it again, you know, through all the other episodes when we do Modern Who and stuff. But now I do kind of want to do this, like, let's kind of do this here, like, you know, how does this compare to the previous, you know, debut episodes, you know, Doctor debut episodes? So, is this... Now, this is harder, I feel like. is this better than, let's say, The Woman Who Fell to Earth? Let's just go backwards. So, The Woman Who Fell to Earth... See, I enjoyed The Woman Who Fell to Earth. The villain is pretty generic. I mean, there's not really much standout of the villain here. Like, yes, their design is interesting. The song is catchy as hell. But, we don't really get anything of the Goblin King. He's just, big fat... He's like King Hippo, basically. He's just a big fat guy who eats babies. So, I don't know. I don't know. I enjoyed The Woman Who Fell to Earth. So, maybe jury's out on that. What was Capaldi's first episode? Well, it was the episode... They were back in time, specifically. Was it called Deep Breath? Yeah, I guess it was. Yeah. That episode was good. I don't remember, what the conflict of it was, though. Oh, yeah, they were, in the... It's like a hot air balloon thing. I'm going to say this is better than Deep Breath. And I like Deep Breath, but I'm going to say this is better. I enjoyed this more. That brings us to the 11th hour. The 11th hour is a really good episode. Very similar to this, where it's you have this companion who... Granted, it's kind of reversed where, the Doctor meets Amy as a child, and then because the TARDIS is screwing up, which that's also kind of one of the things where I'm like, I don't know if you can. Again, you can do the 11th hour first to get someone into Doctor Who, but it still carries over from the last one, But that's beside the point. But yeah, so, it meets Amy as a child, grows up, eventually then is the companion. It's kind of a thing like that where, there's time stuff where with here, the Doctor has to go back in time to save Ruby as a baby, so there's that. But is this better? I would say this is at least on par with the 11th hour. And then, what do we have? The Christmas Invasion. Christmas Invasion... I'm going to say this is better than the Christmas Invasion, because the Christmas Invasion was good, but Tennant really didn't do anything in that episode, It wasn't until the end. It was mostly focused on... Rose, And Rose coming to terms with the Doctor's regeneration, And then the first episode, Rose... The only thing I will say of this versus Eccleston's first episode, Rose, I feel like that kind of built up more mystery of the Doctor, you really just don't know who this guy is at all. Here, while yes, there's a lot of focus on Ruby, I feel like there's more still on the Doctor, where it's you kind of have to know who the Doctor is, it works out at first, but then it's I don't know how to describe it, I will say, when they show the ending, the climax, basically, where the Doctor takes the TARDIS, he goes back in time, and he saves Ruby, I feel like that's kind of the point where it's okay, I don't quite know, because you're basically watching this wow, here's all this crazy stuff, and you're not experiencing it with Ruby. I think that's the main thing, is you're not experiencing it with Ruby, whereas in Rose, all of that you're experiencing with Rose, and 1-2 episodes later, then you can have, not even that, just 1 episode later when you get to the end of the world, then you can have moments where okay, the Doctor goes on his own, so you're not really experiencing it with Rose, but you're still they still kind of build mystery around him, you know? And of course, that's all predicated on you knowing nothing about Doctor Who, which I didn't know anything about Doctor Who when I watched that episode, you know, all those years ago. What was that? 6 years ago. Good God, man, I've been watching this show too long. But anyway, so that's kind of the main thing, whereas here, because they literally have to leave Ruby, you know, like Ruby doesn't experience the climax, you know, I mean, she's a baby, but she's not going to remember any of that, so that's the thing, it's like, I don't think, like, that's my only sort of hang-up, like, other than that, I think this probably works as well as Rose does, and, I mean, it's RTD, it makes sense that he would be able to, you know, put out another Rose, essentially, you know, but I think that's the one thing where it's like, okay, I don't know if that quite works as well, because you basically lose Ruby, you know, towards the end of it. That's a minor nitpick. Still, I think you could easily just, I mean, because even, like, you know, it's not until the end of Rose, you know, that the TARDIS, you know, dematerializes, then it comes back, and he says, also it travels in time. You know, that's the only time you get that, and then, you know, Rose gets in the TARDIS, you know? Whereas here, all of that is pretty much, you know, front and center that he is a time traveler, you know? I don't know. What do you guys think about that? So, and you know what? I don't want to hear anything about those goblins being cute. RTD finally gave me a creepy friggin' thing, you know? That's just creepy out the gate, you know? Because I still got crap. When the Meep showed up. And I was like, I hate it. And everyone was like, oh, you just don't like cute stuff? And I was like, damn it, man. I do like cute stuff. I've got a dog, you know? I got a dog and he's adorable. The Meep was not adorable, you know? Neither is the Adipose. They're not. God, ugh. My nose is acting up, so. Alright. I love the Doctor's drip. Honestly, his drip game is through the roof, you know? Because, I mean, the Doctor always has, you know, like, one outfit they normally wear, and then, you know, they'll have another outfit for special occasions, you know? I love that he just has multiple outfits. Even at the end, I love when Ruby goes into the TARDIS and he's standing there, you know? And it's like 2 minutes have passed, but he changed his shirt. I love that that distinction. It's like, that dude already went and changed his clothes, you know? He just put on a different shirt and threw the trench coat back on, you know? But man, he is so charismatic. He is so charismatic. He's got Riz for days. He's got Riz, he's got drip, he's handsome AF. And I mean, we kind of got a little bit of that in the last episode too, you know? I did, like, you know, that moment where, you know, he's talking to Mel and he's like, oh, you know, what do you think? And she's like, oh, you're beautiful. And then the 14th Doctor just kind of leans over like, still beautiful, right? But it's like, oh, man. I love that moment because it's like, you know, Tennant is still handsome, you know? Tennant is still handsome, but it's like, oh, you're not the young man anymore. You're not the young man you used to be. Now he is. He's the young man you used to will be. Yes. He's so very handsome, man. You know, I also like that this episode is, like, fairly simple, you know? Like, there's goblins, they're trying to eat a baby, there's only, like, a couple locations, honestly. Like, most of the episode basically just takes place at their flat, you know? Like, that's really interesting. You know, like, you get the different locations at the beginning, but then you get the flat, and that's the main place for the rest of the episode, with the exception of going up to the goblin ship, coming back, going back in time, coming back. Like, I like how kind of contained it is, you know? Like, it's not just going nuts, you know? It's like, it's keep this down. Again, it's like Rose, you know? Oh, and I guess, you know, we talked about all the modern Doctor debuts. I guess we could talk about the classic ones, too. Is this better than an Unearth... well, no, let's start with the Twin Dilemma. Is this better than the Twin Dilemma? Yes. Everything's better than the Twin Dilemma. Let's leave it at that. We don't need to go any further. I mean, it gets harder to compare this, you know, to... I mean, comparing this episode to an Unearthly Child, they're just so vastly different, you know, made literally 60 years apart, that it's like, we can't even discuss that, but I don't know. While the goblins were creepy, I love the song. That was funny, you know? The fact that the goblins would just have a child-eating song, you know? And I love that the Doctor and Ruby just sort of went with it and sort of improvised their part. Like, that was cool. Again, like, it's really interesting, you know? Now, I hope to get also, like, you know, we have, you know, the Doctor being this, you know, charismatic, you know, well-dressed, handsome gentleman in this episode. And while that's good, I don't really see too much distinction from most modern Doctors, you know? I mean, I guess he is distinct. The man's fucking happy, I will say. Like, most of it, until he got to the, you know, the realization, like, oh yeah, he's also adopted, you know? Which I love that that's part of the coincidence, you know? That's part of the coincidence that brings, that basically gets the goblins to go back in time and find Ruby, you know? Like, that was really cool, but yeah. Like, that was interesting, but, you know, for the most part, it's like, you know, he's got that beautiful smile on his face, but it's like, I do want to see, more. I hope there's more, like, definition from his Doctor, you know? Like, I don't know what to expect or what I would want, but it's like, I'm curious to see what they're going to do in the next season. Like, what are we going to do with this Doctor, you know? Because I don't know, because like I'm not sure what to make of this Doctor, other than he's got Riz and he's got drip, you know, and he's handsome. You see that mustache? He's handsome. I love that the Doctor has facial hair, you know. Technically, only one other Doctor has had facial hair, and it was the War Doctor, and that was it, you know. I love his mustache, you know. It's just great. So yeah. I love too that the Doctor, like, I love he just skewers the Goblin King. That was really funny. Like, that was particularly, like, violent too, that he just skewered him. But I mean, hey, they're, you know, doing all this, you know, they're doing time travel shenanigans and eating babies. I don't really feel bad for them, you know? So that was fun. I love just skewering the Goblin King on the steeple of a church. Like, that was crazy. And then Mrs. Flood was weird. Well, yeah, Mrs. Flood was kind of weird. But, I mean, I don't know, she's just some wise old lady, I don't know. But, and I guess, did I even talk about Ruby in this episode? I like Ruby. I think she'll be a good companion. I don't know if I really gained any knowledge. I guess kind of like him, like, while it's a good debut for both of them, I feel like I haven't gotten into, like, the meat of their characters yet, you know? So, I'm kind of looking forward to more of that, where it's like, you know, Ruby... hang on. My nose is driving me crazy. Like, Ruby feels like most modern companions. Like, she kind of feels like Rose. She kind of feels like... I get, like, maybe a tad more excited, but I mean, you know, she reminds me of Clara, or maybe a bit of Bill, maybe a bit of Amy. A little bit of Donna, I don't know. But I mean, just that general excitedness. Even Donna had that. They all had that of, just the general excitement. Roy didn't have that, but that's beside the point. I don't know. Like, good debut for this Doctor and for Ruby. I definitely want to see more. I want to get more into their characters. So hey, I'd say that's a good start. Definitely a good start. And yeah, if anyone, because see, I remember when the Star Beast came out, there were some people that were like, this is not a good like starting point for Doctor Who, and it's not a good starting point. And this would be the episode to come back to, like this would be the episode to bring people in, so that because they hear stuff about the Chibnall era or the Moffat era and stuff, and it's like, oh well, the original showrunner that everyone loved is coming back, and the Doctor, the most famous Doctor from him at least, that the very popular Doctor that guy wrote for is also coming back. Is that a good time to jump in on the show? And no, I would say it's not. But I don't think RTD meant for it to be that. I'm pretty sure he meant that to be a 60th anniversary, a continuation of stuff that he left off with Donna, but eventually did, celebrate all of modern Doctor Who, and eventually, with the Toymaker celebrating more history of Doctor Who, whereas this is definitely the place to jump onto, and while I'm sure people will be tempted, if they're watching, if they're going to Disney Plus and be like, well, this one says Special 1, so I guess we'll watch that first. But this really should be the point of people jumping on, But I don't know. But it was good. It was good. I enjoyed it. And I've probably been talking too long, so I gotta go deal with my nose. So that is basically it. I don't really know when Series 14 is coming out, but we'll be there when it does. With all of that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. There's a bunch of links on screen if you want to go click around any of those. There's a playlist with all of my modern Doctor Who reactions, as well as another playlist for all of my classic Doctor Who reactions, if you want to go check those out. There's also a subscribe button and a Patreon button on screen, as well as other links in the description if you want to go check out any of those. See you guys later.